Overcome your uncertainties and free yourself from dwelling on sorrow. When you delight in existence, you will awaken and become a guide to those in need, revealing the path to many. Happiness follows sorrow. Sorrow follows happiness. But when one no longer discriminates happiness and sorrow, a good deal and a bad deed, one is able to realize freedom. Of those beings who live in ignorance, shut up and confined as it were in an egg, I have first broken the eggshell of ignorance, and alone in the universe obtained the most exalted, universal Buddhahood. Ethical living is one of the core teachings by Buddha. His 5 precepts include abstaining from killing, stealing, sexual misconduct, lying, and intoxication. And these 5 are the biggest ethics to adhere to in the modern world. Buddha believed that living an ethical life, away from misconduct, leads to peaceful living. When humans live while adhering to and respecting ethics, it helps develop trust, respect, and compassion with fellows. When humans live in line with their ethics, they also create positive karma for themselves. Buddha's life exemplifies how individuals shape their own destiny. Born as Prince Siddhartha Gautama, destined for kingship, he chose to abandon royal pleasures in search of spiritual enlightenment. His transformation from a king to a wandering monk teaches that regardless of one's birth circumstances, we have the power to write our own life. When Buddha attained nirvana, he realized that nothing in the universe is ever truly lost. Everything is in a constant state of change, and that all actions have a cause and effect. These insights formed the core of his understanding of life and existence. It is better to conquer yourself than to win 1,000 battles. Then the victory is yours. It cannot be taken from you, not by angels or by demons, heaven or hell. A family is a place where minds come in contact with one another. If these minds love one another, the home will be as beautiful as a flower garden. But if these minds get out of harmony with one another, it is like a storm that plays havoc with the garden. Life is much more than working 2 jobs or living in vain. Life has a higher purpose. Buddha's own journey was driven by his search for enlightenment, and on his way he encouraged others to search for their own higher purpose and calling. He encouraged and taught people to look beyond material success and seek a deeper meaning in life. Realizing one's higher purpose needs a lot of introspection, self-discovery, and a commitment. When one has the feeling of dislike for evil, when one feels tranquil, one finds pleasure in listening to good teachings. When one has these feelings and appreciates them, one is free of fear. Impermanence, or the fact that nothing lasts forever, is an important teaching of Buddhism. Buddha taught that all things in life are impermanent, be it the expensive watch you own or the 12-year-old relationship you are in. At the end, it will vanish away and serve no purpose. And so, by understanding and accepting the impermanent nature of life, people can reduce their attachment to things and reduce suffering. Do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment. This quote of Gautama Buddha means that true peace and happiness come from living fully in the present. Instead of regretting the past or stressing about the future, we should focus on what's happening right now, as that's all we can control. To enjoy good health, to bring true happiness to one's family, to bring peace to all, one must first discipline and control one's own mind. If a man can control his mind, he can find the way to enlightenment. and all wisdom and virtue will naturally come to him. Love yourself and be awake. Today, tomorrow, always. First, establish yourself in the way. Then teach others, and so defeat sorrow. To straighten the crooked, you must first do a harder thing. Straighten yourself. You are your only master. Who else? Subdue yourself and discover your master. Mindfulness has emerged as quite the buzzword today. What does it mean? Simply put, mindfulness means being fully present in the moment. Buddha taught that meditation and mindfulness can help humans see things clearly, free from the illusions of desires and fears, and eventually lead a better, more content life. By practicing mindfulness, people can develop a deep awareness of their thoughts, emotions, and actions, leading to greater self-understanding and peace. Meditation brings wisdom. Lack of meditation leaves ignorance. Know well what leads you forward and what holds you back, and choose the path that leads to wisdom. If you meditate earnestly, pure in mind and kind in deeds, leading a disciplined life in harmony with the Dharma, you will grow in glory. If you meditate earnestly through spiritual disciplines, you can make an island for yourself that no flood can overwhelm. You can search throughout the entire universe for someone who is more deserving of your love and affection than you are yourself, and that person is not to be found anywhere. You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserves your love and affection. Holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned. One of Buddha's most important teachings comes in the form of his Four Noble Truths, and one of the truths is that life involves suffering. This suffering and sadness, according to Buddha, is caused by desire and attachment. By learning to let go of these desires and not letting them control us, people can reduce suffering and find greater peace in life. The foolish man conceives the idea of self. The wise man sees there is no ground on which to build the idea of self. Thus, he has a right conception of the world and well concludes that all compounds amassed by sorrow will be dissolved again, but the truth will remain. For soon the body is discarded. Then what does it feel? A useless log of wood. It lies on the ground. Then what does it know? Your worst enemy cannot harm you, as much as your own thoughts, unguarded. But once mastered, no one can help you as much, not even your father or your mother. There is nothing more dreadful than the habit of doubt. Doubt separates people. It is a poison that disintegrates friendships and breaks up pleasant relations. It is a thorn that irritates and hurts. It is a sword that kills. What is evil? Killing is evil. Lying is evil. Slandering is evil. Abuse is evil. Gossip is evil. Envy is evil. Hatred is evil. To cling to false doctrine is evil. All these things are evil. And what is the root of evil? Desire is the root of evil. Illusion is the root of evil. Charity bestowed upon those who are worthy of it is like good seed sown on a good soil that yields an abundance of fruits. But alms given to those who are yet under the tyrannical yoke of the passions are like seed deposited in a bad soil. The passions of the receiver of the alms choke, as it were the growth of merits. First, rely on the spirit and meaning of the teachings, not on the words. Second, rely on the teachings, not on the personality of the teacher. Third, rely on real wisdom, not superficial interpretation. And fourth, rely on the essence of your pure wisdom mind, not on judgmental perceptions. Do not believe in anything simply because you have heard it. Do not believe in anything simply because it is spoken and rumored by many. Do not believe in anything simply because it is found written in your religious books. Do not believe in anything merely on the authority of your teachers and elders. Do not believe in traditions because they have been handed down for many generations. But after observation and analysis, when you find that anything agrees with reason and is conducive to the good and benefit of one and all, then accept it and live up to it. Our life is shaped by our mind. We become what we think. Suffering follows an evil thought as the wheels of a cart follow the oxen that draws it. Our life is shaped by our mind. We become what we think. Joy follows a pure thought like a shadow that never leaves. Though one should live 100 years without wisdom and control, yet better indeed is a single day's life of one who is wise and meditative.